Okay, folks, helping to make energy costs affordable is the goal of our next guest. How about that? From APG&E, welcome James Smith. What is APG&E?
Thank you. Appreciate you having me this morning. APG&E is a retail electricity supplier. We provide affordable energy solutions for residential customers and business customers across the state of Ohio and throughout several other states here in the U.S.
So I remember last year some of us looked at our air conditioning bill and we went like, whoa, what's this? It wasn't like that last year. What's it going to be like next year?
Well, it's kind of happening again, right? So there has been a lot of news coverage around electricity costs increasing here in Ohio starting June 1st. Now, let me explain. There are two parts to your electric bill. One being the delivery portion, which always goes to your local utility like Ohio Edison or the illuminating company.
So
here
that's
in
the wires and all that.
That's the wires and all of that. That's correct. And then the other part is the supply portion, which a lot of customers here in your audience will also pay the supply portion to their utility as well, like Ohio Edison. Now, on the delivery charges, there has been talk about the potential for some increases there, but what we know for sure is that the supply portion of your bill is going up, and actually those rate increases began on June 1st. Depending on where you live, it could be going up either 25% up to maybe even 35%.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. And even in some areas where you may have an aggregator, which the city organizes on your behalf, those rates are going up as well, right? The folks in the city of Akron, unfortunately, they're experiencing an increase of nearly double what they were paying previously.
Okay, so the market's a different market than it was like when I was growing up. You were just there and you were helpless.
Right.
Just take my money. But now you could be proactive in a way?
You absolutely can. Lots of choices. You can look online. You can go to the Apples to Apples website, which is managed by the Public Utility Commission of Ohio, and compare electric plans there. You can go straight to our website, which is apge.com/Ohio, and look for great fixed rate options that protect you against rate increases for the period of time that you're locking in your contract. Now, you want to take a look at what the options are. There are variable rate plans out there that change unexpectedly. There are fixed rate options, which are great. There are rates with a base charge. You may want to avoid those. And then there are rates with cancellation fees as well, which you'd like to avoid as well. There's really no downside risk when you're locking in a long-term fixed rate, especially when it's lower than the utility, and there's no cancellation fee. So you're free to go if you need to.
Wow. So you heard a lot of things right there, but I don't understand all of them. So is there like a rule book or something that defines what each thing means and how long I'm obligated?
Yeah, go straight to our website, apge.com/Ohio. We have a lot of information there. You can find out more there. There's also a lot of information on the Public Utility Commission's website as well, which is energychoice.ohio.gov, which explains a lot of these terms. But the main thing you're going to look at is the rate you're paying per kilowatt hour.
Right now?
Right now, right?
Okay.
And then look online for a rate that is lower than that, preferably, or at least as comparable, but protected for a long term, 12 months, 18 months, 24 months, and so on.
So would you think, like you say things are going up as much as 20, 30%, if I found something that was just 10% higher than I'm paying right now, the way you look into your crystal ball, maybe if I could get that with like a 1-year deal, 2-year deal, 3-year deal might be a better idea than sitting and waiting to see what happens?
Absolutely, especially if there's no early termination fee, because rates do change periodically, right? There will probably be another rate change in September for the utility price to compare. And so if you have a rate with no cancellation fee, then you'll be able to lock in a rate but not have the downside risk of being locked into a higher rate that you can't get out of.
Are there some sneaky things out there that maybe you say, oh, I don't want that one because it, give me an idea of a bad one.
Yeah, for sure. It may be a very low rate, but it'll say month to month underneath, right? So that rate is going to change after your first, exactly, month to month, and you don't know what it's going to be. So you want something that has long-term price protection, or the rate might be very low compared to the price to compare that you look on your utility bill that you see you're paying. The rate may be very low, but then you look underneath and there's like a $15 base charge or something like that that you pay no matter how much you use.
Take your time looking at this thing.
Take your time, absolutely. But don't take too much time because rates are going up and you want to lock in a long-term
Okay, so this is
rate.
something you have to do now and it's important to do. And you could save as much, like, you could save as much money as how much in the summer?
Depends on your electric usage, depending on the size of your home, right? Someone with a larger home size, they may be saving up to $50 a month. It just depends on how much electricity you're using each month.
Okay, so that means stick your nose in there, go to the website, figure this out, and if you need some help to just ask for it. Right?
Absolutely, just ask, just ask.
Hey, thank you very much.
Thank you, David.
That's something I was very interested in. Okay.